My name's Daniel Cole. I mop floors for a living, but that's not all I do. He stood quietly in the corner of the school gym, mop in one hand, hoodie sleeves pushed up to reveal calloused forearms. No one noticed him. No one ever noticed him. To most, he was just the janitor, a background shadow, but that was about to change. It started on a Tuesday. The school was planning Spirit Week. During a staff meeting, one of the senior students, Travis, known for his sarcasm and smug smile, joked, "Why don't we have a talent showcase? Like real hidden talents. Even the janitor could join. I heard he knows karate or something." Everyone laughed. Daniel, who was quietly changing a light bulb in the auditorium, paused for a moment, then said calmly, "Yeah, I do." Silence. The room turned. Awkward chuckles followed. "You serious, Mr. Cole?" a teacher asked. Daniel simply nodded and walked out. By Friday, the rumor had spread across the entire school. The janitor's doing karate. Some thought it was a joke. Others expected a funny skit. No one was ready for what came next. The gym was packed for the talent showcase. Students laughed, filmed on their phones, waiting for the janitor's performance. Daniel stepped into the center of the gym wearing his usual gray work uniform, mop still in hand. He calmly set it aside, removed his hoodie, revealing a worn but clean black belt around his waist. No words, no smile, just a respectful bow, and then he moved. Controlled, powerful. He wasn't performing, he was living every motion. A straight punch echoed across the gym. A kick sliced the air. Forms that usually took years to learn flowed from his body like second nature. The room went silent. He called up 2 football players, handed them strike pads, and demonstrated drills that made the gym vibrate with power. Even Travis, who started the joke, sat frozen. 10 minutes later, Daniel bowed again and walked out. No words. The gym erupted into applause. That single moment rewrote everything the students thought they knew about Daniel Cole. What they didn't know was that Daniel once owned a dojo. He was a regional champion before he walked away from it all. After his wife passed away, he became a janitor to care for his daughter, Emily. He chose the night shift so he could help with homework, cook breakfast, and draw superheroes in the margins of her lunchbox notes. He gave up his passion for love. Monday morning, a new flyer appeared on the wall. After school karate with Mr. Cole. Free for all students, 23 kids showed up. Daniel didn't even start with punches. He began with breathing. Karate isn't about fighting, he told them. It's about discipline, patience, and kindness. Among the students was Ava, a tall girl with sad eyes who barely spoke, and Travis, who now sat in the back with crossed arms, pretending he wasn't interested. Over time, they transformed. Ava started helping younger kids with their forms. Travis, surprisingly, began staying behind to mop the gym after class. He asked quiet questions about belt ranks, about life, about grief. Daniel answered everything, not as a teacher, but as a man who'd been broken, rebuilt, and still kept standing. Daniel's daughter, Emily, sometimes sat quietly drawing in the corner. One day Travis peeked over her sketchbook. "You drew this?" he asked, surprised. It was a full diagram of their last training session. She nodded shyly. "That's awesome." He looked up at Daniel. "Your kid's a genius." Daniel smiled. "Told you. Mopping isn't all I do." 2 months passed, the class grew. Local parents took notice. One even said, with tears in her eyes, "Since joining your class, my son smiles again. He sleeps through the night. Thank you." Daniel never replied with big words. He simply nodded and kept sweeping. Then came the day that threatened to undo it all. Budget cuts. Principal Harris approached Daniel one cold morning with bad news. "They're shutting down non-certified programs. That includes yours." Daniel didn't argue. He just nodded. That night, he trained the kids anyway. No one knew it was their final class. Except maybe Ava. She stepped forward after everyone left and asked, "Are we losing this?" Daniel sighed. Sometimes the world pushes back when change starts to work. Ava whispered back. Then we push harder. And they did. The next morning, Travis returned with a petition. Over 300 student signatures. He created a short video of Daniel's teachings, uploaded it, tagged it FinSavTheDojo. It went viral. Thousands of views turned to hundreds of thousands. Comments flooded in. Teachers from other states reached out. News channels wanted interviews. Daniel declined them all. I'm not the story, he said. They are. One night, an older man arrived at the gym during training. He watched quietly, then approached Daniel. I'm Richard Sterling. I run a foundation that funds character-building youth programs. We saw your story. We want to sponsor you for 5 years. Full funding. Uniforms. Insurance. Expansion. The only condition, Daniel raised an eyebrow. Train more people like you. Daniel looked around. At Ava teaching. At Travis helping a younger student. At Emily sketching a new banner. And he said, all right, but I'm keeping my mop. The next semester, the school unveiled Cole's Dojo of Character and Courage in a refurbished portable classroom. Painted walls, fresh mats, and a hand-carved wooden sign donated by students. Daniel stood at the doorway one evening, watching Ava lead warm-ups, Travis teach drills, and Emily hanging a banner that read, "Kindness is strength." His phone buzzed. A message from the district. Your dojo model has been approved for expansion to 3 more schools next year. Let's talk. Daniel smiled and slipped the phone back into his pocket. Because the floors still needed cleaning. And kindness never sleeps. He never asked to be seen, never asked for a title. He just showed up, with a mop in one hand and a heart full of purpose. And because he chose to stand when others laughed, an entire generation learned how to rise with grace. If this story moved you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Because somewhere out there, someone like Daniel Cole is sweeping floors and changing lives quietly. This is Kindness Talks.